This is episode number 35, How Fit People Think. Welcome everybody to another episode here in Body and Mind Transformation by Custom Body Fitness. This is your health coach, Sandro Torres, and today we're going to be talking about how fit people think. And the reason why I decided to make this talk is because I was assessing one of our members. And as I was assessing one of our members, I thought about things that I do to help people lose weight. And one of the things that is really my biggest tool and my biggest secret is to help people change the way they think. So when I was assessing this member, he was telling me the way the choices that he make. And I was thinking, like, what is he thinking when he's making these choices? And then just something clicked in my head and I told myself, he is thinking completely different than I think, and this is the reason why he's making these different choices than I make. So therefore, I start setting goal with him, and I told him that he needed to think differently when he started making these choices. But then I thought about you. I said, I should help other people with this information. I should share this in the podcast and let other people know how fit people think, so they can also start thinking like fit people and they become fit. So without further introduction, let's listen to the points of how fit people think. At CBF, we know that for you to change your body, you need to change your mind. Exercise and eating healthy is only part of the plan. We care about our members as we care about our family, because our members become our family. It is not about competition, but support. It is not about being the strongest or the fastest, but about you defeating your negative self. It is about working together and making the task challenging and have fun. By the end, what matters is not how hard the session was, but that you take control of your mind so you can take control of your body. My name is Sandro Torres, and I'm happy you are part of our family. Welcome to Custom Body Fitness. One of the things that we do at Custom Body Fitness to deliver results are assessments. In the assessments, we find out the history of our members. And I want to talk about this specific member who has been with us for a couple weeks, and he decided to sign up. We were creating his plan, and we talk about his eating. And he said that in the next month, he's going to travel. And it's going to be difficult for him to actually lose weight because he's going to be traveling. And he told me the things that he does when he travels, such as stopping in fast food restaurants and just go and eat whatever restaurants they can stop and eat. Once they're out there in the place, they're going to go visit. And then we continue with the assessment, and we talk about his morning routine. And there's many things that a member can improve to start losing weight. So then, instead of me only giving directions, giving him a diet or telling him what to do, the best thing I do is understanding his mind to make sure why his brain is working to make the decisions that he's making. And the way he was thinking, it was completely different the way I think, of course, and fit people think. And then I noticed one thing, my brain clicked. I said, the reason why he's making this member is making these decisions because his brain is wired different than mine. So this is the reason why I'm making this video. I am going to tell you how fit people think compared to other people. So let's begin with the assessment, like I was mentioning. So as we continue with the assessment, I noticed that our new member has a morning routine. And the morning routine that he has is either drink a coffee with a lot of sugar. Sometimes he goes to convenience stores and eat food. Sometimes he doesn't eat anything for breakfast. But then later he overeats. So he thinks really that food is not very important for him. Work is important. Being busy is important. Going to the places that he needs to go is important. But in the beginning of his day, his diet, his food intake is not important. Then in the exercising, when I notice with a lot of people, they're never exercised before they start exercising, or they quit exercising and they haven't been able to adhere to exercise, they think an exercise is something they must do to lose weight. They think that exercise is hard, is painful, and when they exercise, they try to do the least and they try to do the easiest thing. By then thinking they show up and just doing self-movement, they're going to give great results. So let's see how fit people think. So to begin with, a fit person understands that his health or her health is very important. So the food intake is very important, especially in the morning. So they have a routine. They want to make sure they eat their breakfast. It could be a green smoothie, it could be oatmeal, it could be a bowl of fruit, a bowl of veggies, whatever it is. But they give their times to prepare the food, because they understand that eating is not for them to neglect. Eating it's part of the routine, because they're gonna need those nutrients to spend when they go exercise and during the day. Also, hunger is not gonna catch them off guard, and they're gonna just go out there and buy whatever they can buy in the convenience stores. They're prepared. Another thing they do is they prepare their lunch. Make sure, once again, they take their lunch with them, so then when they're hungry, they're not off guard and they go buy something in any store. If that happens, they have a plan. They have a plan where they can buy the best food. So they have a morning routine and they have a plan. When they exercise, and they don't think about the least they can do. They think about the most they can do within an hour. And they think of the most difficult things, because they understand the most difficult things are going to give them results. They're used to that. So think about the difference in that area of the morning routine, how fit people think compared to other people. Now, the lesson of that is be prepared. Be prepared with your food. It's important. And the second thing is do your best when you're exercising. When traveling, let's talk about traveling now. So when I ask a couple questions to a member about traveling, when he travels, he thinks about eating anywhere, because once again, he doesn't think food is important. So traveling, it's okay to just stop in any fast food restaurant, and just eat whatever is available whenever he is hungry. The same way he's going to his place where he's gonna go visit. Wherever he goes there, he's not prepared. He hasn't searched for the best restaurants, the healthiest restaurant. He just go whatever. So therefore, he doesn't have control over his food. He just see whatever, and that destiny choose the food for him. Fit people think differently. For example, I prepare myself. Like if I'm traveling in plane, I make sure I buy fruit. I make sure I buy healthy snacks. It could be raisins, it's fruit, it can be dry fruit, it can be anything that I can put in my backpack. The same when I'm traveling in car. I buy my food, I prepare myself the night before. I go to the grocery store, get all the healthy snacks that I can get, put in my backpack. So when I'm traveling, I don't ask for food in the airplane. And the reason why I don't ask for food in the airplane is because I know that food is horrible. If I knew that food is healthy, I'll buy my milk in the airplane. Now another thing that I do, I search for the healthiest restaurants, whatever place I'm staying, because I don't want to eat just anything. I don't want to be off guard, and I don't want to eat fast food because I know it's not healthy for me. I don't think about just let destiny choose my food. I think about what can I do to be ready and stay healthy. Not only because of the weight itself, yeah, I don't want to gain fat, but at the same time, it's because my health is super important. So the lesson out of this, how fit people think, is prepare yourself for your trips. Don't let destiny decide what you're gonna eat. Now let's talk about how a fit person thinks when he or she eats. So let's begin with a person such as our new member thinks about when he's eating, he just thinks about eating. He doesn't care about what he's eating. When he's sitting and he's looking at his plate, he's looking for flavor. He's not looking for health. He's sitting, he just wants to eat, get over hunger, make sure he's satisfied, make sure he's full, but at the same time he wants flavor in his food. So when he sits, he doesn't think about anything else than the flavor. Doesn't matter what he's eating. Okay, fit people think about what's the best dense nutrients I can eat every single time I eat, and lower in fat, and at the same time not processed food, because processed food can be low in fat, but it can have chemicals and it can have a lot of sugar and doesn't have the nutrients that you need. That's why dense nutrients food are very important. So fit people think about what is it for dinner, what is it for lunch, for breakfast, whatever it is, it must be nutrient dense foods, such as veggies, a lot of veggies, fruits. Some fit people eat meat, some other people don't eat meat, but when they eat meat, they try to eat the leanest meat and the least meat they can eat. The same with grains. When they eat grains, they try to find the least processed and with the most nutrients in it. They don't drink any extra calories, so they just drink water. They're not drinking alcohol, they're not drinking soda, they're not drinking anything of that. So when a fit person sits and see his or her place, doesn't think much about flavor. Even though flavor must be a little important, it's not a priority. The priority is the nutrients that you're gonna get when you're eating, because fit people eat because they need the nutrients and they want to be fit, and people who are not fit usually eat because of the flavor and they want to be full. So the lesson is food matters. Don't focus only on the flavor, but focus more likely on how nutrient dense the food is. Why I'm telling you the difference how our member thinks to fit people, it's not because I want to compare them just for comparing them. It's because I want my member to change the way of thinking. So if I can get in his brain, he probably can start thinking differently and make different decisions, instead of me just telling him, just do this. So I'm telling you this so you can start thinking as a fit person. So what you want to do is prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for your morning routine with your breakfast, your lunch when you go into work. Prepare yourself when you're traveling. Make sure you buy healthy snacks and research for the healthiest restaurants wherever you're going to visit. When you exercise, don't think about doing the least and the easiest. Think about what is going to give you the best result and make it challenging for yourself. And the other thing is, food matters. Remember, think about nutrients dense foods. Don't think about only flavor, right? I know you can start changing the way you eat. Do it slowly. I know that this way of thinking is not going to be something that you're going to do overnight. It's going to take you weeks, months, even years for you to be able to think differently. But start changing the way you think and you'll see how you're going to start thinking as a fit person. If you start thinking as a fit person, you become a fit person. You start losing weight. Everything starts with the way you think and the way you see the world. If you see the world as a fit person, if you think as a fit person, you'll become one. So let's do the summary first thing is make sure you do a healthy morning routine. So it's not about what you should be eating, like just whatever it's available. It's about you consciously making healthy choices. So prepare your breakfast and prepare your lunch and go to exercise. Begin with a healthy morning routine. Next is about exercise. Remember, when you exercise, don't think about the least you can do. Don't make it easy. Don't think about easy. Think about a challenge and make it hard to get better results. Next, make sure you prepare your food when you're going traveling or when you're going to work, so hunger doesn't get you off guard and then you start eating junk food and eat anything, whatever you find. So prepare yourself with healthy foods. The next point, it's about people who are fit. Think about nutritionist food. Nutritionist dense foods. They don't think about the flavor. They think about how their body's gonna nurture, how they're gonna get healthier, how they're gonna avoid disease, how they're gonna lose weight. So therefore, they think about the best food intake, which is veggies. That's an example. So don't focus on flavor. Focus about the foods that are high in nutrients. The next point is about, similar to the past one, don't focus on the flavor, focus on the nutrients. So there you have the points for this talk. I hope you enjoy it. Remember, if you have a friend who wants to get fit, you have a relative who wants to lose weight, if you know anybody who's interested in this information, please share it. Help the other person get the information it needs to lose weight as well. You're gonna feel good for sharing this, and you're gonna help me grow this channel. Like always, remember to stay physically and mentally healthy, and we tune in the next episode.